All right, everybody, we're back here on another trade with dexindicators.net and the trading system. I'm just looking at the process now on what's to grab. Let me get this edit alert off here. Well, there we go. Close. All right, I'm going to go after this Auto USD 2248. Let's see. 7623. We're going to go 7623 on the Auto USD 7623 right there. Doesn't look like we're going to get into that one. Let me look at the Euro USD here. Looks like we're pretty high on there. 0998. 0998 on the Euro USD. 999 would be pretty good. 98. We're going to go with this. No, we're not going to go with that. It doesn't look good. All right. So the setup was I took a little too long. It looks like I could possibly hit this 1001 in the process because we're going to be above. But it's after we've been a kind of a reverse angle here. It has an arrow down on the 7 mark, but the 8 mark is what we're really looking at from that process. So again, I don't want to push. I'm not trying to make a trade happen. Right? So keep that in mind. This isn't just about making the trades. It's about looking for the perfect trade. So even if I jump back over to the Aussie, which is sort of floating down again, 7623 on the buy. If I do that one again, 7623 on the buy, it doesn't look like I have anything there to work with. Now, can I stick a working order on? And the answer is yes. When I do them now, I have to do them at 5. I'm doing them on the 5 mark. I'm at that position and learning. I'm going to place the order. I'm going to do it at $22 profit margin because if I'm going to get in, I'm going to get in, right? So you just got to keep that in mind. We're going to not really sit here and wait for this thing. If it gets under 2 minutes and this hasn't filled yet, I'm probably going to pull it off because it's always as close as it gets to the top of the hour, it gets kind of crazy, right? Or to the end of the expiry, it gets very crazy. So I'm going to let it go to the 2 minute, and if it works out, if it gets on, if you're watching this, then it means that it got bought up. Because so stick around just for a second. We're going to pause the video and see if it gets bought up. If it gets under, see right now it's under that 2 minute, so it's really not going to do me any good to be able to get in. But I want you to see this as a position on what to do when it comes to this time. So it doesn't look like we're going to get bought in. It doesn't look like we're going to open up the other side here. Liquidity is pretty weak on this Auto USD right now. Even though it's 76.25, there's only 2 pips off. It doesn't look like it's going to get into anything. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this from that position there. Because if it drops, like if it's been holding out and it drops, then it's going to fill that and it's going to ruin our money. Okay. All right. So we didn't get in on this one. I'm going to pause the video and wait for the next one to kind of get into. I wanted you to be able to see that, but I want to attach another trade to this so you can see what's going on. I'm Max Farrow. This is Dex Indicators. We'll see you inside. Trade well. Just hang on a second. Okay, a little bit longer of a video here, but British Gold Pound USD came out on the 58-minute mark, 2190. Let's go over and have a look at the 2190 British Gold Pound USD. 2190, 91. There we go. We're going to go with that. I'm going to put my 5 on. I'm going to place my order and hopefully get in. There we go. Okay, we're on. So that's basically what I did. 2191. I went with 91 because it's one pip up from that process. So I know it's usually 2 pips, but this is usually it's been hanging out about 1.5 pips, 1 pip to that process. 2191. Got in at $25. Now what we're looking for, okay, because half of that's about $12.50, so you're looking about $60 profit margin here. Okay, so if you get into the profit margin, $60 at that point, you got to be able to do the fast math here or keep a calculator, right? Because you're looking at 50%, so 50% is $12.50. So I'm going to round it down to 12, times it by 5, there's 60. So if it goes to $60, okay, I don't want to siphon off all of them. In this next 100 trades that I'm doing, in this very special trade platform that I'm doing, I'm putting on 5 contracts. This is how I'm going to be trading live. And I'm siphoning off 3 of them in a scalp potential. I don't want to scalp them all. I want to keep my money, I want to keep some of the money on board so we can keep working. So there we go. We're getting real close. $43.27. It's all over the place. You see it's jumping really strong, right? This means the market makers are putting a lot of numbers on. They won't be able to deny it here pretty soon. It's 21.88. It's got about 3 pips off. We look very, very strong. Look at how far it jumped down there. We have some good resistance against the process here as well. I won't use any other indicators. I'll just show you the 2 indicators that we're using right now. 21.89. We're kind of playing with that number. It's still 2 pips off. It doesn't look like the market makers are going to give us a good profit loss number on the current market price. So I'm just going to kind of stick this one out. And this is a tough one. Here we are. We're now in a positive. Okay. We're not really going to go too far here. Okay. So I wouldn't panic too much here on this one. 21.89. We got about 2 minutes left. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back closer to the end, or if I see a scalping opportunity. Okay, so now you're stuck with me. You got about a minute left. We're up to $46 on the profit margin. What I'd want to see about 60 if I'm going to siphon anything off for about 55 seconds. I think we're going to kind of leave this one on because we have this deviation right here that's happening, and now it's approaching the second deviation from this little mini mid-high. So we want to make sure that if it's going to hover around in this area, maybe drop even below, I think we're going to be pretty cool if it's going to stick on that side of it. I don't think it's going to have enough momentum to push up past it. It might shrink back a little bit. I don't think that's going to turn into a bull bar, but we've got about 23 seconds left. We're at 21.88. I think it's the bears are really fighting hard here to keep this in a nice little even trend, 4 trend position here for this last minute. We're fighting on for the minutes. We got about 11 seconds left. I don't think we're going to miss out here. I think we're just going to be a nice big win for us, about $125 using the 5. There's 21.89, 21.88, and we're in the win. Another nice clean win. I've liked that this is a little bit longer video. I do apologize. I like to keep this about 2 or 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes at the most. But I want to thank you for checking it out. But that's a nice big win. The first one we weren't able to get into, and now this one, $125. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'll see you inside. Trade well.